Breaking news, internet, and when I say breaking, I mean shattering the very fabric of reality breaking. Forget the economy, forget the Kardashians, forget whether aliens are real because apparently, the most explosive event of the year just happened in AVH1 green room. And yes, there's hospital footage, picture this, cameras rolling, glam squads touching up, producers sipping overpriced lattes and then boom, Bambi. Reality TV's favorite walking plot twist, allegedly launches a Tasha K like she's auditioning for the next Creed movie, a push, a stumble, a head hitting the makeup counter, blood, gasps, and somewhere in the distance a producer whispering, keep rolling. Now, is Tasha K innocent in all this? Oh, don't be fooled. This woman's built an empire out of stirring the pot. But this time, the pot boiled over, exploded, and took out half the kitchen and the internet, losing its mind. Hashtags flying faster than Bambi's temper. Team Bambi. Team Tasha. Team. This is better than Netflix. But here's the twist, people, the footage is messy. The stories don't match, and I've got receipts. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and maybe your lawyer because this is only the beginning. Alright, so let's rewind and put this chaotic scene under the microscope for the people who missed the first explosion of drama, because what went down between Bambi and Tasha K wasn't just a heated argument, it was the kind of moment that turns into viral clips within minutes and has entire comment sections going to war. The VH1 set was already thick with tension that day. The kind of tension you can feel through the screen. Like everyone knew something was going to happen, but nobody could predict just how messy it was going to get. Tasha K had been hinting all week that she had a massive revelation to drop, telling her subscribers to stay tuned because the truth was going to shake the table. Meanwhile, Bambi was pacing around with that look she gets when she's seconds away from calling someone out in the loudest way possible. Crew members were whispering in corners. Producers had that fake calm smile they wear when they're secretly praying for chaos, because chaos means ratings. And every reality star in the vicinity had their phones ready because when Bambi storms in, it's never just to say hello. These two already had a history that could fill a whole season's worth of drama. Their beef wasn't new, it was just dormant like a volcano waiting to erupt. Years of subtle digs on Instagram, cryptic live streams that everyone knew were aimed at each other, and conveniently timed anonymous tips to gossip blogs had kept their rivalry alive. Even when they weren't in the same room, Bambi accused Tasha K of twisting her family issues for clicks and views, while Tasha accused Bambi of playing the victim to stay relevant. Fans had picked sides long ago, and the comment sections were basically digital battlegrounds. That day, though, it all came to a head, according to a very talkative source who claims they were just passing by, but somehow managed to hear every word. The confrontation started when Bambi overheard Tasha K telling a makeup artist about some exclusive that was going to drop later that week. Apparently, it had something to do with a supposed recording of a private conversation Bambi had months ago. And let's just say Bambi didn't take that news with a polite smile. She walked straight up to Tasha and demanded to know what she was talking about. Tasha, never one to back down, smirked and said she didn't owe anyone an explanation. Witnesses say it went from zero to volcanic in under 10 seconds. The shouting started, the cameras kept rolling because of course they did. And somewhere in the background you could hear a producer whisper, "We're getting the promo right here." At one point, Bambi allegedly accused Tasha K of fabricating stories, calling her a fraud to her face. And Tasha shot back that Bambi's entire public image was one big PR stunt held together by wigs and attitude. People in the room claimed you could practically feel the temperature spike. Then it happened. The shove. Not a gentle nudge, not a clumsy bump, but an actual push that sent Tasha stumbling back against a chair. Gasps filled the room, security stepped in, but Bambi wasn't backing down. She was pointing, yelling, and daring Tasha to say it again while Tasha was yelling right back about lawsuits. And how this is all going on YouTube. Makeup brushes hit the floor, a drink spilled, and someone in the back was already live streaming even though phones weren't supposed to be out on set. The whole thing was over in under 2 minutes, but the shockwaves kept spreading. Within hours, the footage had somehow leaked online. First as a blurry clip on Twitter, and then in crystal clear HD on a gossip channel that claimed it came from a source inside production. Fans immediately went into overdrive. Team Bambi was claiming she was defending herself against lies, while Team Tasha insisted this was physical assault caught on camera. Memes flooded Instagram. TikTokers were reenacting the moment with exaggerated slow motion effects. Every blog and YouTube channel that lives off celebrity chaos had the clip on repeat, with dramatic music and voiceovers, and just when you thought it couldn't get messier, whispers started circulating that Tasha K had been checked into a hospital later that night for what her team was calling precautionary evaluation. which only fueled the speculation that this was going to escalate beyond just online drama and become something much bigger in the real world. The air on set was heavy with that unspoken electricity that everyone in the room could feel, but no one wanted to acknowledge out loud. The kind that made crew members avoid eye contact and quietly shuffle around like they were trying to stay out of a brewing storm. Everyone had heard the rumors that Tasha K had been sitting on a piece of information so explosive it could ruin reputations, and she had been dropping hints all week in her sly, taunting way, telling her subscribers that they should brace themselves for the kind of truth bomb that would have the internet in flames. On the other side of that tension was Bambi, pacing with that unmistakable look that said she was seconds away from confronting someone. Her jaw tight, her eyes sharp, and her whole body radiating the kind of energy that meant she was not about to let something slide. The history between these two was long and messy, littered with years of shady Instagram captions, pointed live streams, and conveniently timed leaks to gossip blogs that both swore they had nothing to do with. Bambi had accused Tasha of twisting personal family matters into clickbait, while Tasha had accused Bambi of milking every personal crisis for sympathy and publicity. And over time, their feud had built into a spectacle that fans fed off like reality TV oxygen. On that day, whatever unspoken truths they might have had was gone in an instant. Witnesses say it all started when Bambi overheard Tasha talking to a makeup artist, dropping just enough details about an exclusive she was about to release that it was impossible not to connect the dots. The alleged story involved a private conversation Bambi had months earlier, one she believed had been long forgotten, and the implication that Tasha had a recording of it was enough to send her blood boiling. She walked straight over, closing the distance with deliberate steps, and asked in a voice that was more a demand than a question what exactly Tasha was talking about. Tasha, never known for being intimidated, smirked and said she did not owe anyone an explanation. That was all it took for the tension to explode into full-blown confrontation. Voices rose instantly, sharp and fast, with Bambi accusing Tasha of fabricating stories and Tasha firing back that Bambi's entire persona was built on lies and manufactured drama. Crew members froze, not daring to step in, and the cameras kept rolling because moments like these were the golden currency of reality television. According to those in the room, the heat of the argument was so intense that even people standing feet away could feel it. Then came the moment everyone would later replay frame by frame. Bambi leaned in, pointing her finger, and when Tasha laughed in her face, Bambi pushed her hard enough to send her stumbling back against a chair. Gasps broke out instantly. Security rushed in, but neither woman was ready to back down. Bambi was shouting for her to repeat what she said, and Tasha was yelling about lawsuits and how everything was going straight on her platform. Somewhere in the chaos, a drink spilled onto the floor, makeup brushes clattered onto the counter, and in the corner, someone was already live streaming despite the strict no phone rule on set. The scene was over in minutes, but the aftershocks started immediately. A blurry clip hit Twitter within hours, showing just enough to make viewers desperate for more. By the end of the night, a high-quality version surfaced on a gossip YouTube channel, claiming it came from someone inside the production crew. The reaction online was instantaneous and polarizing. Bambi's supporters said she had finally stood up against years of provocation and lies, while Tasha's followers framed it as an unprovoked physical assault. The memes came next, followed by dramatic TikTok reenactments, and before the day was over, the clip was unavoidable on any platform that thrived on celebrity conflict. Just when it seemed the uproar had peaked, whispers began to circulate that Tasha had been checked into a hospital later that night for what her team described as a precautionary evaluation, a move that only intensified speculation that this fight had crossed a line from entertainment into something far more serious, and that whatever came next would not just be played out in comment sections, but in real life with consequences neither side could ignore. If you have been following every twist and turn of this explosive drama, then you already know this is far from over and the truth is only beginning to surface. The whispers, the leaks, the shaky behind-the-scenes footage, they are all just fragments of a much bigger story that is still unfolding right in front of us. The only way to make sure you do not miss the next shocking reveal is to stay locked in right here, because the details coming out next are going to change the way you see everything that happened. Hit that subscribe button right now so you are the first to get every update the moment it drops, and make sure to turn on notifications so you are never left wondering what happened while the rest of the internet is already talking about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know whose side you are on, because the debate is heating up and your voice matters in this conversation. Share this with your friends so they can join the discussion too, because when the next piece of evidence comes out, you are going to want them to see it with you.